Innocent until put to death. A man by the name of Troy Anthony Davis was put to death today, September 21st, 2011. Now, for those out there who don't understand what I'm talking about, the Troy Davis case was a case where a man by the name, of course, of Troy Davis was sentenced to death for allegedly killing a police officer by the name of Mark McPhail at a local McDonald's in Savannah, Georgia. Now, they said they had witnesses tied to this guy. They said they had witnesses that say that Davis had admitted the crime to them, but even in that case, you still need some substantial evidence showing that he was the one who did it. Now, I'm not saying that the guy is innocent. I'm not saying that the guy is guilty, because there was no evidence showing that he was the one that actually pulled the trigger, because like no weapon was recovered. However, they did find some ballistic evidence tied to another shooting that Troy Davis was involved in. I don't know if you can hear that, but my nephew was crying back there, and I'm working with a sore throat, so please work with me. But yeah, they never found any evidence that actually tied him to the murder. And up until this point, he had already did like 22 years in prison already. He had already did 22 years in prison. And like when you've been in jail for that long, it's like you already know that they're not planning to let you out, because after 22 years and no evidence showing that you were the one who actually did it, you pretty much lose all hope, because it's like, well, they didn't find any evidence that I did it. So according to United States law, if you don't have any evidence showing that, pretty much like basically what it is that if you don't find any evidence showing that I did this, you have to let me go. It's innocent until proven guilty. That's the system. It's innocent until proven guilty. You have to have evidence showing that I'm guilty for this. You can't just like go off what these people say, because these so-called witnesses, they could be lying. So you still need that evidence showing that I was the one who did this. You can't put me in jail. Well, I will say this: you can't pin a death sentence on me if there's no evidence showing that I was the one who pulled the trigger and killed this man. But that's the United States system. I mean, like, what else you expect? And it's hard not to bring up racism in this, because it was I like don't remember what year, but like it was these guys up in Memphis, Tennessee. Like it was these three guys, and these three white guys. And the reason why I'm saying this is because like this is gonna really like prove my point on what I'm trying to say. These three white guys had actually killed some kids, and they were found guilty. And they were told that if you plead guilty, then like we were gonna let you go. Which doesn't make a lick of sense to me. Like, why would you let guilty people go free? There's something funny about that. But yet this one black dude who you really have no evidence on, or who you don't have any evidence on that ties him to the murder of this police officer, you sentence him to death. So really, like, when you look at two different cases like that and seeing like how they played out, it's really hard to like on the question, it's really hard, like not to question, like the United States justice system. And like I'm gonna just leave it up to y'all, like, and I'm gonna just ask y'all, like, what do you think? Like, is he innocent? Is he guilty? Like, I just want to know your opinions on it, cause it's real fucked up that they didn't find any clear evidence showing that he was the one that did it, when there was other like black dudes out there, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, like it was like 7 of the 12 guys that they were, well, like 7 of the 12 guys out there were black, and they just tied, this guy to the murder. And it was other lawyers, as I'm reading right here, it says that it was other lawyers that argued that the racial composition of the jury, which was 7 of the 12 were black, as Davis is, and poor advocacy from his lawyers had affected his right to a fair trial. So, like I got like a little lost a while ago, forgive me because I am kind of sick right now, and I'm really talking with a sore throat. So, like forgive me for like, like messing that little part up. But yeah, like I'm gonna leave the story in the description box, and I'm gonna let you guys read it, and you can just make up your own, thoughts on it. And like I said, like just leave a comment in the bottom, and just like I just want to hear all of your opinions on it. Like, should this guy should have been put to death, or shouldn't he have he been put to death? Like I'm gonna leave it to you, but hey, it's this justice system in the United States of America been fucked up to the point where you actually want to leave the country. And it's just fucked up. So like I said, like I'm gonna leave the story in the description box, you guys can read it. And as always, peace.